Okay, we got the traveling man out here in the shop working on his keeper, 99 Harley Davidson Road King with 27,000 original miles on it, if you can believe that. So we're getting ready to pull the exhaust off it, and it's going to get cam shoes, cam bearings, and adjustable push rods. So that's the beginning of this bike. This thing is nice. Oh, and I got to put a new carburetor on it too. That's a 99 Road King. That's the beginning of it. All right, more to come. Okay, here's a update on the 99 Road King. This is a Marky G bike. He's going to keep this one with this soft tail. And it's only got 27,000 original miles on it. I've just cut out the push rods. This one is going to be getting some Sifton adjustable push rods. Got a new carburetor to put on it. I come in here and change out the cam bearings as usual. I got new shoes going in. And I'll show you over here on the cam chest I just took out. And I'm about to take out this inner cam shoe. And I'll be right back as soon as I do that and show you what that looks like. 27,000 miles. Okay, I removed the inner and outer shoe. This is the outer shoe, which oddly was worn more than the inner shoe and actually broke when I took it apart. Here is the 27-mile inner shoe. Starting to get some wear on it. These are the Psycho gasket shoes. Supposed to be really good. You can buy just the shoe and a new pin, grind the old pin out, put the new pin in, pin it over. That's the outer one. There's the new one for the inside. So as I take these apart, I save the ones I take out, grind these pins out, and just replace the shoes, and then I got a backup set, always ready to go. So anyway, I'm going to put the new shoes in. This has got no wear at all on it whatsoever, zero. And change out the cam bearings on this low mileage 99 original Harley Davidson Road King. Okay, I'm back on the 89 Road King. And today I'm putting in, just bought these for the first time. This is a Sifton adjustable push rod and cover kit. And Sifton apparently used to be an American company. I remember them back in the 80s and 70s. Now they're out of Taiwan under the V-Twin label. These are the pieces that come with them. And if you feel like messing around with them and bending them into position to get them to work, which I don't. So what I did, these are the standard stock ones, and this is the bottom of the new kit. You can see they're about an inch shorter, so they go up high enough so you can get the 3 wrenches necessary to lock them down. And then this is the new keeper. That's the old keeper, so that's the size difference in how much more the push rod goes up. Now I'll show you over here. I printed the instructions out on these. These are 2.5 turns after 0 lash. The S&S were 4 turns. Push rods themselves look okay. And these were actually able to go in. And you see I got a marked I for intake, E for exhaust. And you can see the collars are different. The exhaust push rods are always a little bit longer. The intakes are the same. And over here you're going to need 3 wrenches to tighten these down. 1/2 inch, and a 5/16. So that's just for demonstration. Then you're going to take them 2.5 turns counterclockwise. That's why I have them marked. And after about 15 minutes, they should do this. They should spin freely. After your valves, your hydraulic lifters go back where they want to be. And then you just put your new O-rings in, which I have done. top and bottom. Take out your little holder, push these up, both sides, put your new clips in. That's that, and you move on to the next one. Now on the S&S lifters, adjustable push rod, you had to leave these blocks off because you couldn't get them in. These will actually go in with these blocks on. So in a minute, I'm going to turn this motor over a little bit, get both of these on the bottom cam. Took the lifters out, and I always mark them. And I've seen a lot of guys saying how they got to put these in just a certain way, or you're doing it wrong. That's not true. Every one of these I've taken apart, and they've all been in different positions. The oil galley is full of oil. When these are traveling up and down, the little slits that let the oil in, doesn't matter if they're facing in the engine or out of the engine, doesn't make a damn bit of difference. That's just a bunch of bullshit. Anyway, that's the Sifton cams, Sifton adjustable push rods. About $40 less than the S&S, and to be honest, I think if I had to do it again, I'd just get the S&S push rods. They were definitely nicer. You didn't have to mess with any of this stuff. Everything fit nicely. But all in all, they're okay. For a stock, everyday riding machine, they'll be fine. All right, time to wrap this thing up.